that, and the other.
Hi everybody, Danny C. Fletcher here, and this is the This, That, and the Other show. My guest today is Gil Karson. Hey Gil, nice to
Hi
see
Danny,
you, buddy.
good to be here. Thanks for the invite.
Oh man, I tell you what, I'm one of your biggest fans. No, you're a hell of a songwriter, a hell of a musician. Singer. You got the whole package, boy.
Got a lot going on right now, very busy.
Yeah. I want to talk about how busy you are, but kind of let's let the folks know a little bit about your background. Where were you born and raised?
I was born in San Fernando, California, and I was raised in Southern California for the most part. Finished out the last 2 years of high school in Scottsdale, Arizona. Went to Arizona State, was a Sun Devil for a while, and dropped out to follow the music dream.
So when did you start learning guitar and other musical instruments, Gil? How old were you?
It was the summer between 4th and 5th grade.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it guitar?
Guitar. I was forced to learn a musical instrument. My choices were accordion, violin, or guitar. Guitar, it had to be.
You're a heck of a picker too, but you're a pretty dang good bass player.
Yes, I did pursue a career as a studio bass player, and it went well for a long time.
So, did you play when you were in high school? Have a band, like a high school band that you played around at parties and stuff?
By 11th grade, I was in a very popular Phoenix band called the Wanderers, and over the course of the year between 11th and 12th grade, we were blessed to be able to open for so many iconic bands like the Byrds, the Lovin' Spoonful, the Mamas and Papas. They would come to Phoenix before they'd play LA, and being a popular band, we got to open for them. So that was my introduction to playing rock and roll to big audiences. Prior to that,
11th grade?
11th grade.
Wow, Gil. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was quite the experience. And prior to that, I did play music in small ensembles, but it was nothing like the Wanderers experience.
Right. When did you start writing songs?
That's a little sketchy for me. I don't know if I can put my finger on it.
Yeah, ballpark. We're not going to fact check you.
Probably in the early 80s, I got serious about songwriting. I was able to work with Buddy Kaye, who was what they call a Tin Pan Alley songwriter, very famous, lots of hit songs, and he taught me a lot about being a method songwriter and what the method is, and it really changed my life. So I'd tag it early 80s. Yeah.
Do you remember by any chance the first song you wrote? You've written hundreds, thousands, so I know that's a tough question.
I don't think I could come up with the title. There are a number of titles that I do remember from that early period when I started working with Buddy Kaye and studying songwriting. So actually, I'll take that back. I think late 70s is when I started writing. Yeah. Song titled Blue, Blue, Blue comes to mind.
Any of them that you still do from way back then? Like, was there a favorite that sticks out you just like to perform?
Nothing from nothing from that period.
From back then, huh?
I am performing, and I've recorded some songs that I did write in the mid to late 80s, and they're been re-recorded and been polished up, and so yeah, there's some songs that I'm working on.
Good songs are timeless.
There's a couple that are working pretty well for me right now.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Now, you had a pretty interesting career too, outside of music. Tell us about that.
I wrote, edited, and produced advertising for independent motion pictures, trailers, TV spots, promo reels, all kinds of different, basically advertising, sales tools for distribution companies.
Really? Did you do that out of your house? Had an editing bay and computers all right there?
Eventually, yes, but at first the edits happened at a not at my house, but at a studio. I would write the script at home, study the movie, prep the script for edit, and then there would be enough money in the budget to work with an editor.
All right. Well, that's a pretty good talent. What was the biggest blockbuster movie you did the trailer?
No blockbuster movies. All of my work was for independent films, and they were trailers for foreign sales trailers. So my client would be the distributor. I would make the trailer for the distributor, and they would show it to their potential buyers at trade shows or eventually on the internet. And the trailers would play theatrically in Europe, but nothing domestically.
Okay. Did that keep you pretty busy doing that? Being an independent?
Running my own company, there were ups and downs.
Sure.
There's a feast and famine type of business, and the business changed a lot. I don't do it anymore, but over the last few years, before I stopped doing it, it wasn't as busy for me as it was in the 90s. I call it the go-go days of independent trailer making. Those were good times. Definitely feasted.
Unfortunately, everything changes, huh?
Yes, technology and just the way companies work and access their advertising. It definitely changed.
Sure. So you were playing while you're doing this independent films and editing and trailers and stuff like that. Did you have a band, or have you had several bands out in California?
I did play in cover bands on and off through the 30 years that I cut trailers. There was a long period of time when I just couldn't do it and raise a family. So it was trailers, raising the family, and soccer. the playing live thing had to go.
Yeah, I hear you. It happens a lot. It really does. So, what's the best band out in California you had? Because I know you still use pickers from out in California.
I do.
Right now.
Yes, I do. I would say the version of Carson City Rebels, which is my band, just before I moved to New Mexico, was probably the best version of the band. There were some really good players. Lionel Barton on drums. He was Juice Newton's drummer for a long time.
Wow.
Noel Dice on keys. He was in Blackbird with Stevie Ray Vaughan in Dallas when they were teens, and just a great player. Yes, just some really good players.
So now you're in southeast New Mexico.
Loving the land of enchantment.
And a big change from Southern California, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So can you tell us what brought you out here?
Love. Love brought me to the land of enchantment.
Yeah, but I tell you what, she's such a beautiful lady inside and out.
Absolutely.
She is. And you wrote a song about her.
I did.
Well, you were trying hard, buddy.
Well, the song came certainly after we met. But we're talking about Shelley. Won't give a last name. We'll just call her Shelley. She grew up in Midland, and I wrote a song called "The Miracle of Midland."
Can you do it for us? You're not ready. I know you had some songs ready. I don't. I just.
I could. I'd have to grab the capo out of the guitar case and.
Well, we'll do it another time.
All right.
Man. All right. But it's
Sounds
a
good.
great song, and he fell head over heels with Shelley, and she's very supportive of you too, isn't she? And your
Absolutely,
music?
yes, and has given me some pretty good ideas for songs, or
Really?
done a little edit. How about if you change this word or change that? And it's usually a good idea.
She just was here, and she did a little live Facebook for. Gil's got a team now working with him, and a lot of them are out in L.A., right? You're
They're in Nashville.
Oh, they're in Nashville.
Music City Media is doing our branding, our social media, and they're really great team, very creative. And we have another company that just came aboard, which is 360 Degrees. And up till now, they've mostly been dealing with our booking.
okay.
So it's a pretty good team, and we're just rolling.
So, would you mind doing a song for us before we get more? I got a lot more questions.
Yeah,
to ask you.
love to.
So, what's the first song you're gonna do? What's it called?
Big City Full of Love is the song that we open our shows with, and I'd love to do it.
Does it have a backstory?
Let's get this out of here. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Usually, you just. That's why you brought your own.
It's I don't know about a backstory, but it is about a guy who's living in a very remote area, and he decides to take a trip to the big city. And when you hear the song, you'll know why.
All righty. Here he is, Gil Karson.
Okay, here we go. All right. I've been lonesome as an old hoot owl. Gonna make like a coyote and go out on the prowl. Got to shake the lonely blues before I start to howl. There's just no one to love living around here. Gonna pack it all up and get my tail in gear. Gas up my truck and head on out of here. I'm driving to the big city full of love. Big city full of love. I'm driving to the big city full of love. Big city full of love. I've been lovesick as an old billy goat. Gonna slick back my hair, put on a new sport coat. I'll be looking for a keeper. I hope I don't go broke. I'm driving to the big city full of love. Big city full of love. I'm driving to the big city full of love. Big city full of love. A little bit further down the road and it'll be alright. Yeah, I'm getting close. I ought to be pulling in tonight. 'Cause I know what I'm doing ain't wrong. I've been needing someone for so long. And when I finally find her, well, I'm gonna stay gone. I'm driving to the big city full of love. Big city full of love. I'm driving to the big city full of love. Big city full of love. Yeah, here I come. Driving to the big city full of love. Big city full of love. Yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah, I know you opened with that song. What a great song. That gets the crowd going, doesn't it?
This is a big city full of love.
Yeah.
And we love you all too.
Yes, we do. Absolutely. That's a great song. But no big backstory. How did you just came to you?
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe the title came up first. and then all the verses flowed from the title.
Wow. Now, so let's get into what's going on with you in the last year, up to date now. I know. Was it last year you put on the concert?
Oh yeah, we have a song, "Freedom Guaranteed." It's a tribute to all American soldiers throughout time who gave it up for our way of life, and we did a concert here in Carlsbad, right around Memorial Day, featuring that song, and it was the whole concert was dedicated to our troops.
It was a great concert, and you had some great pickers in the Carson City Band.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, tell us about them.
It's Sal Rodriguez from the band War was on drums, and
He also sang.
Lowrider, because
He sang Lowrider, but doesn't he sing background vocals for with you?
He's on all my recordings singing harmony with me, and we do a lot of recording at his house in Los Angeles, and he's playing harmonica on "Runaway Train," which is our next single. He's singing harmony with me. We recorded a lot of the tracks at his place for that. Brad Rebuchin, who was Ray Charles's guitar player for about 16 years, was on guitar. John Greathouse on keys, who tours with the famous Albert Lee. And so those are some of the all-star guys who were on the band.
You guys put on a heck of a concert. It was very, very good.
Thank you.
Now, you won an award with that song.
Freedom Guaranteed won bronze in the Americana category in the Global Music Awards.
Wow.
And really happy and that grateful that we were able to win bronze. And I think it may have helped us with an upcoming concert we're going to be playing in Nashville in September at the Americana Fest, and maybe that bronze medal helped get us that gig.
Yeah. Maybe it's a really good song, and you're a good performer too.
You want to hear some Freedom Guaranteed?
I thought you'd never ask.
All right, let's do Freedom Guaranteed.
It's a great song, folks.
They gave their lives so you and I could live free. Men and women who served our country. From the birth of our nation until today, they stood up proud for the USA. They've always been there in our time of need to keep our freedom guaranteed. Whoa, freedom guaranteed. For all who've given their lives, thank you for the freedom guaranteed. When I see the stars and stripes, I fill up with pride. They are fallen heroes, all rest on high. When I think about courage, the last breath they gave, home of the free because of the brave. When I look at the truth down through history, freedom has a price, liberty isn't free. Whoa, freedom guaranteed. For all who've given their lives, thank you for the freedom guaranteed. Oh, freedom isn't free.
Awesome! I love that song. I love
you.
that song.
Thank
You haven't done a bad song. I don't like it, Gil. And I'm being honest on that. I think all your songs are great. So, again, when are you going to be in Nashville, and what's it called again?
The event is Americana Fest.
Okay.
This is the 24th annual event coming up.
And what's
It's
the date?
we don't have. It's sometime between the 17th and the 21st of September. We're waiting to get our date. We should know at the end of the month, and we'll get all that info out.
Now, how long do you get to play?
It'll be one show. It'll be probably an hour set.
An hour set.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Showcase stuff.
That's they gonna put it on TV? One of the networks.
I don't know anything about that kind of coverage. We will definitely cover it with a camera crew and get excerpts out onto the internet.
Cool. Well, you have to let us know, and you'll probably post it on Facebook and all that.
Yes.
too.
So we have a website. It's CarsonCityRebels.com, Karson, City Rebels, all one word, .com, and you can keep up with the band by going there.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a big one in September. Anything between now and September, or are you in the studio working?
We are working on songs in the studio. We have an EP that's going to come out in September, and it's a 5-song EP. We still have some work to do to prepare for that. Our next single is "Runaway Train." Comes out on all platforms May 3rd. And that will be followed by "Let's Party." Yes, and I don't have the date. That's going to be towards the end of June, summertime. "Let's Party" song, and in September our 3rd single will drop, which is "Time Done Gone."
You've done a song that I thought would be great for NFL football. And all that.
Yeah, Game Time.
Game Time, that's what it is. It's a great song. And did you ever get to pitch it to anybody?
It's making the rounds. We have some people who are running that for us.
A lot of this takes time.
Oh yeah.
And then timing
True.
is good or bad, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, that's sort of. I haven't really been thinking about that song much because I'm so focused on the band project.
Sure. Now, when you record in L.A. and Austin.
In Austin, yes.
How does that process work? I mean, what do you do in L.A.? How come you just don't use one recording studio? What's a
Because it's been a process over some years. It's just I started out working in LA, and the Austin studio came up, and so the process has been tracking in LA, sending those tracks to be mixed in Austin with Gerhard Yost, who's an old friend of mine. We lost track of each other for about 30 years and reconnected through Facebook. It's a pretty cool story. And he's a multi Grammy award-winning engineer and producer.
Wow.
And he's mixed for Michael Jackson, and forgot the artist who sang, did the halftime show at the last Super Bowl, but he did his first album. And when I met him, he was an apprentice engineer just starting in the business. And then we lost track of each other. And when we reconnected, he's a rock star.
Yeah, he's not an apprentice anymore.
No.
And he's in Austin. What's the studio called?
Studio Hill, Austin.
Studio Hill, Austin.
Studio Hill, Austin.
All right. So which one are you going back to as you're working? Are you going to the Austin studio, working with them?
We've been able to do some recording live drums and vocals, some guitar overdubs at the Austin studio. And the plan is to record live 4 songs. We don't have a date, but it's on our wish list is to set up the whole band live and record as one unit, get all the basic tracks done in a live setting. Up till now, it's all been done a little bit at a time. And we've been doing basic tracks at Sal Rodriguez's place in LA, and then we send those tracks to Kyle Appleton in Bakersfield, and he does the guitar parts and sends the guitar parts back. And we'll do a rough mix with Sal, and then send basically all of the session tracks to Gerhard Yost in Austin, and he's been doing the mixes, and Eric Kahn of Independent Mastering Nashville's been doing the master.
Isn't the internet and all this technology great?
It's
A few decades ago, you couldn't do that.
That's true, and it's amazing what can be achieved. And our goal is to make it feel like it's all done live, and hopefully we achieve that.
Well, you've got two of the best studios
Yeah.
working with you there, so I have no doubt that Gil Karson won't put anything out unless it's excellent. So
There's some pretty tough grading going on.
are you tough on him, Gil?
It's very tough.
You have a level that you got to achieve, and by golly, you're going to get there.
The sonic quality has to compete with the best that's out there, and I always check my mixes on my phone against the other top bands in our genre.
Sure.
And
Now, your genre is it Americana and country, or what is it?
it is Americana, which is a term to describe a potpourri of genres. It includes rock and blues and country, and they don't know what to call it, so they just call it Americana. But there is an Americana category in the Grammys, and that's the best way to describe what we do, really.
Right. And that's the best description I've ever heard of Americana, so you did a great job there. Absolutely. You going to do us another song?
Sure. Let's see. What should we do? We don't just do up-tempo rock and roll songs. We do got a little kind of, I would say, a ballad.
Oh, good.
Do that.
I love ballads.
Let's do a little bit of The Shadow of Love.
Shadow Love?
Shadow of Love.
Shadow of Love.
Yeah.
Well, I saw his name on your cell phone screen. It was the name you've been saying in your dreams. Where does that leave me? Well, I got to know, as far as you and me, what does it mean? Do you wanna be free? Please don't leave me. Baby, please don't leave me in the shadow of love. Mystery surrounds me. Is it real or is it fantasy? Turn on your light. Don't leave me in the shadow of love. I tell myself there's nothing to worry about. Sometimes that works. Then I got my doubts. That really gets me now. Ooh, right out of my mind. When you're not home at night, everything's been changing and nothing feels right. Please don't leave me. Baby, please don't leave me in the shadow of love. Mystery surrounds me. Is it real or is it fantasy? Turn on your light. Don't leave me in the shadow of love. Well, I walk a thin line between love and hate. Erase the doubt. Oh, come set me straight. Well, I can take it. Oh, yes, I can be strong. matters of the heart. If it's over, well, I'll make a new start, but just don't leave me. Baby, come retrieve me from the shadow of love. Mystery surrounds me. Is it real or is it fantasy? Turn on your light. Don't leave me in the shadow of love.
Another awesome song, Gil. A great song, great
Thank you.
ballad. I always like to hear backstories if there is a backstory.
Well, that came from true life experience of just being in a relationship, and it was getting sketchy, and like, are we on or are we not on? What's happening? If we're not on, tell me.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
So you were one night thinking about that and come up with this song?
Yeah. Shadow of Love.
Yeah. How long did it take you to write it?
That really came. Well, it's really interesting. It's an old song I've just revived, and when it was written, the first line was, I heard his name on your answer machine. It's the name you've been saying in your dreams, and I had to
didn't
change.
have cell phones back then.
I had to change it up to I saw his name on your cell phone screen. I needed a rhyme. Couldn't be machine. It had to be screen. Yeah. That actually took a while to figure out.
Really? Yeah, it works great. It's great.
Yeah, updated.
Yeah,
the updated version.
It's a modern version now.
Yeah.
So, you got some, how many kids you got?
I have a daughter who's 33 and a son who's about to turn 30 in July.
Now, where do they live? You just went and visited
Oh,
your
yeah.
daughter.
Yes.
And you got some grandkids.
Got grandkids. It was the Easter visit.
Oh, yeah?
My daughter lives in Connecticut, about 15 minutes from ESPN, where she works.
Oh, she works at ESPN.
She directs and produces the show E60. And it was her dream job, so she moved from California to Connecticut about 5 years ago to work for ESPN. And her current story is about the University of Nebraska women's volleyball team, national champions. And they broke the NCAA attendance record for any sport, men or women. 90,000 people showed up to watch them play volleyball.
Wow, 90,000 for a volleyball game.
Yeah,
maybe the Olympics get that, but college volleyball team, that's amazing.
Women's volleyball.
Yeah.
So that's the story she's working on right now. It'll probably come out in the fall.
Wow. She's a beautiful young lady, and your grandkids are beautiful too.
Oh yeah,
I saw your Facebook post, and they look like they had a good time. What do they call you, Grandpa or Papa, or what do they call you?
I'm Pop.
I love it. I love it.
Pop. Yeah.
Anyhow, they were beautiful pictures. Thanks for sharing this.
Granddaughter's going to be 4 on June 1st, and my grandson will be 2 years old coming up. No, he's going to be, he just turned 1. He just turned 1 in February.
So your daughter's got her hands full. She got a great career and a great family she got to take care of too.
Oh, and she plays co-ed soccer indoor on Thursday nights.
Really?
Still playing soccer from kindergarten all the way through college, and I guess that's just, she's going to play till she drops.
Good for her. You keep it up. What's her name?
Jennifer.
Jennifer, you keep it up. Great job. Love you all's pictures. You guys were recently down on vacation at...
Yaman.
Yeah, and I knew it was an island somewhere.
We were down in Jamaica, man.
Jamaica, man.
Yeah, one of those all-inclusive resorts, and it was great. Great for the kids.
Oh, I was jealous. It looked like you guys were having too much fun.
The open buffet was a plus. Open bar was a plus. the kids' swimming pool, the slides, and all that. Yeah, it was great.
Now, how do you stay gone that long and not have a guitar? Do you go like through withdrawals?
Yeah, it was. I was thinking about taking a guitar, and then I realized, no, I'm going to spend all the time I could with the family.
I'm surprised that you didn't at that resort get up and play some reggae with one of the bands there or something.
I sang along.
Did you?
Played. Don't worry
Yeah. Oh,
about
I
a
bet you guys
thing.
had fun. Yeah. Okay, so let's not leave out your son. Tell us about your son.
My son is Brett, and he is living in Ventor, New Jersey, just south of Atlantic City, and he's working there, and he'll be there through summer, and then his plan is to come back to New Mexico. He was living in Alamogordo before he went to Ventor, but he's on a project there, and it'll end of summer, and he'll be back here.
What's he do?
He's in the building trades.
Oh, okay.
Yep, he's
Wow.
he's a craftsman.
So looks like he travels a little bit when need to.
Yes, this is a special project he's on right now, and but he's got 40 acres with water in Alamogordo, and his plan is to put in a pomegranate orchard.
Really?
Yeah, that's his big dream.
Yeah. What is it? The pistachios.
That's a big cash crop in that part of the world.
Yeah, they have big pistachio
Yeah,
farms over there.
yeah, and the giant pistachio.
Yeah, you see the signs everywhere along the road. Absolutely. So, what else can you tell us about that you got going on? Have you told us everything? Because I know you haven't. You haven't told us everything you got going on. Anything else you can share with us?
Well, my main focus really is the band project and continuing to write songs. And along with the band project is my solo acoustic thing. And I met a really talented singer, guitarist, songwriter here in Carlsbad, John Adams, and he's in the Carson City Rebels. And we also perform together as a duet, and we want to continue to do that and be doing original showcases and all acoustic.
They're great. And hopefully, if John's watching, I'd like to have him on the
Hey,
show
John.
too. Hey, John. Yeah, I've heard you guys play as a duet a couple of times. You guys are both great. He's a heck of a harmonica player too.
He does get after that harp, absolutely.
Yeah.
In fact, for any locals, we will be doing some songs together tomorrow at Milton's. Shout out to Milton's.
Yeah.
Hi, Michelle.
It's a local brewery.
Yeah, it is a brewery, custom
And,
microbrewery.
And it's a great ambiance there and a great place to go. And they have a lot of live music, different
Oh,
artists.
yeah, all the time,
Passing
constantly.
through artists, local artists, you name it.
Yeah.
They even do book readings and other things there. It's pretty fun place.
It's that local, it's that hometown, everybody knows your name kind of place.
So, are you adjusting to southeastern New Mexico, Carlsbad?
Yes, I love it. In fact, after being on the East Coast, driving from Connecticut to New Jersey, I had to drive through New York and over the George Washington Bridge and past Newark. And I'm a Southwest guy, and the East, it really doesn't speak to me. You know, I don't want to really be there much. And when I was driving back here on the Hobbs Highway, and there was just horizon and pump jacks and a nice sunset, I felt great. I said, oh man, this is uninhabited.
You know, I've had
Open land.
I've had folks come out here and they've been back east or down southeast and where a lot of water and greenery and stuff like that, and they've said to me, "Oh, this brown. How can you stand this desert and stuff like that?" And I look at them and I say, it'll grow on you. If you stay for any length of time, you'll find out the vastness of it, the different things that you can do in the desert.
Yep.
It's really a plethora of things that will keep you here if you just give it a chance. It's beautiful in its own way, the desert is.
True. And
Yeah.
I mean, New Mexico's an amazing state with so much to offer.
Oh yeah, that's why it's called the land of enchantment.
Well, I intend to do much more exploring. I get up to Ruidoso occasionally, Cloudcroft, and
That's up in the mountains.
It's great.
For you folks that don't know what we're talking about, Cloudcroft Ruidoso is up in the tall pines, and it's cool. It's beautiful. They
Yep.
got some lakes up there. Ruidoso actually is the home of the Mescalero Apache Indian Reservation,
yes,
and they got a beautiful, beautiful casino up there.
yes, I saw.
You're gonna have to play that casino.
I hope so. Last summer I was able to see Brad Paisley perform.
I was there watching them too. Right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. We did run into each
Yeah.
other at the food court.
Yeah, we did. Of course. Imagine that food court.
I would love to play there. We'll see maybe once our Spotify numbers get to the right level, then they'll call us.
Well, I'm sure they will. I know all your songs should take off, but I know you're going to have one that's just going to go rocket on you. And don't forget us little people around here.
Heavens no. Hope to be doing
Will
some
you come back and be
shows.
on my show when you become a star, Gil?
I'll be here. Don't
You
worry.
guys heard it'll be promising. Okay, can you do another one for us before we leave and get out of here?
Okay. A shameless plug for my new single, Runaway Train. It'll be out on all music platforms on May 3rd. And please check it out, stream it, pre-save it, and help me get those numbers up to where a concert promoter will say, we need to have the Carson City Rebels on our next show.
And you know, just on that point, that is so important. A lot of these venues, a lot of these booking agents, festivals, stuff like that, they do look at how many fans you have,
Absolutely.
how many views you have.
Yep.
And
That's
of
the way it
course,
works.
The more you have, the better your chances are. So
That's what we're working on. Here we go. This is a little love song called Runaway Train.
Woo! My throttle is jammed wide open. My boiler is ready to go. You keep throwing coal on the fire, baby. It's gonna blow. You got me feeling like a hot locomotive, thundering down the line. You keep teasing me with your loving, baby, going out of my mind. My heart is pounding full speed, ready to jump the track like a runaway train. My love for you is like a runaway train. Well, the fire is getting hotter, but there's nothing that I can't do. 'Cause you keep flashing the green light to make love with you. My heart is pounding full speed, ready to jump the track like a runaway train. My love for you is like a runaway train. A runaway train that's out of control. Nothing we can do but let it roll.
Awesome.
That's a short version. That's a short
You know,
version.
I'm looking at the monitor over there and noticing that beautiful guitar you got.
Oh, it's Gibson. Hummingbird. It is a beauty, and it does sing. I love this guitar.
Oh, hummingbirds are one of the best. But
What a
So,
big sound.
you must have knocked Shelley head over heels. 'Cause, she got that for you, didn't she?
This is a gift guitar from the Miracle of Midland.
How did she know to get you a hummingbird, though? You didn't drop a hint.
Might have dropped a hint.
You might have dropped a hint.
Should I do a little bit of the Miracle of Midland?
I think you should. This is a song he wrote.
I'm going to have to go grab my
Shelley.
capo just a second.
Okay, you go on. I'm going to tell a little story while you get up here for a second. Go get that. I believe when he gets back and sits down, he can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think his sister, Lisa Walterscheid, had a little bit of Cupid in her, and she was doing a little matchmaking. She knew that Gil was out in Southern California, and he was lonely, and he needed somebody.
That's true.
And she knew that Shelley needed somebody and was lonely here. So if the story is correct, she put on a barbecue.
She did.
And she kind of introduced you to.
Yes, she did.
I don't know what Gil did at that barbecue, but it worked, Gil.
Sang a Marty Robbins song.
Oh, did you? I love Marty
I
Robbins.
sang El Paso and didn't miss a word.
And she heard the guitar he was playing and said, "You need a new guitar, buddy."
That's true. That's true. She said,
Shelley, hi. You're a sweetheart, babe. You really are. But was it shortly after that meeting you dated for a while before you wrote this song?
Yes. Well, I was living in California. I had to go back to California. And so we kind of had a long distance relationship for a while. And when I was at my home in SoCal, which is in Fraser Park, it's a mountain community up in the Pines between LA and Bakersfield. It's kind of centrally isolated. And I have a studio there, and it just hit me that because she grew up in Midland, and she's a miracle to me, and it had to be the Miracle of Midland.
Here he is, Gil Karson.
My friend called me from Midland. He said, "I know a girl for you. Don't pass this by, she'll be at my place next Sunday barbecue." It's where I met the Miracle of Midland. She shot me that look and then said, "Hey, I'm from Midland. Let's get together. Now what do you say?" I said, "You and me were meant to be. You'll be the sugar in my iced tea. Wild chance, fate, or destiny, it don't matter to me. I'm with the Miracle of Midland. I can't believe she came my way. She's my Miracle of Midland. We've been together since that day. That day was long ago. We're still going strong. That's how the miracle works. She keeps the love going on and on. That Sunday, I thought the days of miracles were gone, but she came into my life and sure proved I was wrong. I'm with the Miracle of Midland. That's what she is to me. She's my Miracle of Midland. She's still the sugar in my iced tea.
Shelley, you're his sugar and his iced tea. I love that line. That is awesome. Good job.
Thanks, Danny.
Hey.
Really great to be here. Thanks for taking the time to have me on your show and the opportunity to connect with all of y'all out there and let you know about myself and what I'm doing with the music.
Okay, one more time. Tell them where they can look you up. You have a website.
Carson City Rebels, KARSON.com, KARSON Rebels.com. This is our band logo.
All right.
And we're on Facebook, Carson City Rebels. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok, all that stuff. And I hope you check us out. And Runaway Train coming out.
Yep. And if you are in the Carlsbad, New Mexico area, check out his website, see if he's playing anywhere, him and John. They really do a great job. They're true professionals, true artists, and you're a great songwriter, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Danny.
Today.
Sure appreciate
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
And I'm Danny C. Fletcher. I'm your host here on This, That, and the Other show. Gil Karson has been my guest. Next Saturday, we'll have another show. And right now I have Jamie O'Hara scheduled. And he is a magician, actually, Gil.
I know Jamie.
Yeah, he's a magician, and he does some music, too.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll come through, and we'll have him on there. Until then, we'll see y'all. God bless you. Bye. Oh, yeah. This, that, and the other.